Tonight on EA Sports, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store
between the Washington Commanders
and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes... Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
They'll keep it on the ground. Flynn.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trent, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Ellis.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
On first down, Ellis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
First down. It's Stokes, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Ellis over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. Call it a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 1 now. Up the middle they go. It's Flynn. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down. Ellis. Throw left side complete. That's Stokes.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Stokes. And a short gain here down to the 22. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Ellis.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Ellis.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Ellis. He finds his man. Complete. That's Stokes. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ellis. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bass. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Stokes, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Ellis. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Ellis over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. .44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man here is Benson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Benson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On 1st down, Flynn. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50. The 30, 10, 5,
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you've got the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Stokes. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stokes. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. Stokes. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ellis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll try the left side. It's Stokes, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Stokes, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Flynn. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 14. He finds his man, complete. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake. Ellis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
32.
On first down, it's Stokes. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Ellis looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Down, flat, 95.
first and 10. Ellis, quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. They run the counter. Stokes able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. On third down, it's Stokes, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Back to throw. Ellis.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Ellis. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Thrown incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense returning to the field.
And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd at it.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ellis. And he'll just get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a handoff up the middle. Stokes, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Ellis. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ellis, and it's caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. Ellis.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From a yard out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd down, it's Stokes, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On 3rd down, Ellis.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough